We've made it to Sydney, and because of our flight schedules, we've managed to get a full night's sleep. All is right in the world again. I accept a challenge by a Twitter follower to eat something local. Vegemite on toast. Not my favourite. Then we set sail to soak in local views.
Yeah, affirmative, yeah. We've got that on board apparently.
This is day 7, what we're calling Never-Ending Friday. The fresh air of the Sydney Harbour on the Manly Ferry. This is not a bad way to start a 42-hour day. At Circular Quay Harbour, the man who's a real airline insider, Peter Harbison, cannot wait to talk low-cost.
I've been in love with it from day one, I've got to say.
What do you make of the low-cost industry at the moment?
It's transformative. That's why it's so fantastic. It's changed the way everybody behaves. It's changed the way the full-service carriers behave.
And you can be honest, do you fly low-cost carriers?
I use them as my benchmark, but in this part of the world particularly, you will so often find that the full-service carriers are matching them.
One example is Australia's low-cost carrier, Jetstar. Established by the legacy airline Qantas in 2004. The world is replete with airlines within airlines that didn't work. Why did it work at Qantas?
First of all, they put the headquarters in Melbourne, totally away from the Sydney headquarters of Qantas. They had almost complete independence initially.
Its chief executive, Jane Herdlicka, is forthright about that.
Jetstar is a separate airline and it makes separate decisions based on its market segment. We don't feed the Qantas network. We don't connect baggage through to Qantas.
Jetstar operates an extensive Australian domestic network. Internationally, it's now the world's largest long-haul LCC.
So the way we decide where Jetstar flies and the way we decide where Qantas flies is by really understanding where Australians want to fly and which types of Australians want to fly there. But you have to invest quite a bit in understanding your customers to make it work. There are two things that matter. One, we're making the world more accessible, full stop. And the second is that we are setting the standard for what great low fares look like.
Thank you.
You secretly wish you were coming with us, don't you, around the world? You do, you admit it.
I do.
And so we're off to Hawaii on one of Jane's planes. The cost of Sydney to Honolulu, $348.
3 bottles of water and 2 bottles of sparkling water.
This is our second Dreamliner in a row. An aircraft that's not only redefining aviation, but the low-cost travel experience. Jetstar has refined the selling of on-board ancillaries. It's around $8 for the full range of movies and TV, and they sell for the same amount blankets and an amenity kit. Actually, it's not bad. I do feel a bit like I'm about to be guillotined. Toothbrush, all the usual things. The bag doubles up as a tablet holder for the future. Now, I think that's pretty cool. Wheels up at 6 p.m, wheels down 6 a.m. the same day.
Thank you.
It's that never-ending Friday I mentioned earlier. I'm feeling fine. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii, back in the Northern Hemisphere. I tasted the rainbow and hung 10 at Waikiki Beach. And now we move further on with another form of the low-cost model, Allegiant. This is our first taste of American low-cost. It starts with a humble check-in counter, and right away I can tell it's going to be a genuine budget experience. The Allegiant agents are helpful, and we need all the help we can get.
You are Are you deteriorating? I am fine.
I'm feeling magnificent. I'll be going long after they've gone. Where's my bag?
It's right there. I have sand in my pocket.
Oh.
Does this need to go somewhere else?
On board, and we're into the realm of ultra low cost. Allegiant is a model almost of its own, what Peter Harbison calls a total reversal of everything we know.
What's the model? Just get very old aircraft so you don't have to use them a lot. We'll only work them 3 or 4 or 5 hours a day. We can sit them on the ground because they don't cost us anything. There's no capital cost.
Cabins or children, please board your assigned doors. Come on over.
We're pushing on to LA. This route is serviced only 3 times a week, and it's about to be retired, part of Allegiant's plan to get rid of the old 757s.
All our planes are on this airfield that are based here.
The Chief Operating Officer, Jude Bricker, tells us this is typical for the Las Vegas-based carrier.
The main point of Allegiant is low cost, low utilization at the same time. We fly only when people want. We don't fly when people don't want to travel.
How did you determine where to fly to and from?
And it really started with Vegas, Colorado Springs. Then we said, well, wait a second. This is working on less than daily service to a market no one else serves. And then from there, where else can we go?
A niche market. They caught the budget leisure traveller from small, underserved towns and take them to destinations already in high demand.
You don't have to explain to somebody that they want to go to Vegas. They already want to go there.
How do you keep your costs low? Because it's so low.
In a bigger scale, it's the airplanes we fly, which have low capital costs. It's the airports that we serve, which are much more cost effective than the major airports.
No coffee?
No coffee.
Why?
Well, you could buy it in the airport and bring it on the airplane anytime you choose.
Just give me the one official reason. Why is there no hot drinks?
We take the coffee makers off the airplanes when we buy them. We have to make them as light as we can in the cabin, and what that means is going down to a real Spartan cabin layout.
They really do capitalize on bare bones. No hot drinks, no entertainments, and blinds that barely worked.
You're going to get an Allegiant, and you're going to have a non-reclinable seat that's relatively tight pitch, and you're not going to have Wi-Fi offering in flight.
You make no apology for that.
We have to offer a low fare, and that's all part of that.
$365 later, our seemingly never-ending Friday does indeed end in Los Angeles. Amazing. We have just one day left to finish our journey around the world in low cost.